Good evening, sports fans. Happy Friday. Well, Denise, we've got updates on guess who? Alex Eala, and what some of the biggest names in sports have to say about her stellar Miami Open campaign. Plus, in the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers this time on the wrong side of a game winner in their match against the Chicago Bulls.
And we've got updates as well from the do-or-die Game 7 of the PBA Commissioner's Cup.
Daming nangyayari,
Oo.
no? I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Liton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy Lee. Puts it on. Unbelievable. On the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bacunas rejecting Esteban for the
A salute, a round of applause, everything else for Filipina tennis star Alex Eala as she wraps up her Cinderella run in the Miami Open. It's a semifinal finish for the 19-year-old superstar who fell short against world number 4 Jessica Pegula of the U.S. And the match ended in a thrilling 3 sets. With a taped ankle and a game away from losing it all, Eala showed incredible determination and resilience to force Pegula to a decider. But in the end, the 31-year-old American showed her poise to pull away from the Filipina tennis star. Final score, 7-6, 5-7, and 6-3. Pegula will next face world number 1 and top seed Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus in the Miami Open Finals. As for Alex Eala, well, it is only just the beginning. The world number 140 is projected to break into the WTA Top 100 next week after her historic run. Her opponent, Pegula, also had nothing but praise after their thrilling battle.
She's just ripping the ball, going for her shots, and it's tough when you have to kind of stop someone. It's like stopping the bleeding a little bit. Like you gotta somehow put up an extra fort to kind of stop what she was bringing today, and I barely was able to do that.
Now, Filipino sports icons have also rallied behind Alex Eala following her remarkable performance in the Miami Open. Boxing legend Manny Pacquiao wrote on an Instagram story, quote, "You may not have made the finals, but you won the hearts of the world. The whole nation is proud." Olympic pole vaulter EJ Obiena kept it short but powerful. He wrote, "You rock, Alex Eala." And volleyball star Ish Polvorosa echoed the sentiment, thanking Eala and saying that this is just the beginning. Philippine men's national football team goalkeeper Neil Etheridge chimed in, writing, quote, "Had a whole nation cheering for you on the edge of their seats. You have made everyone so proud." Etheridge added, "Take it all in, accept and acknowledge all the love you're getting right now. Such a bright future ahead, which we all can't wait to see." TNT Tropang Giga head coach Chot Reyes emphasized the impact of Eala's performance, saying Philippine tennis has a new icon. And even before her match, Eala already had Filipinos buzzing with her playful use of a viral TikTok audio to celebrate her Cinderella run at the Miami Open. Fans have continued to show their love and support by reposting and commenting on the clip.
Wow, ang taas ko na. Ganon. Makikita mo sa imagine mo, success ka eh. Bigla kang sumakses eh. Dito, step by the step pala. Bago ka sumakses. Pero yung na-imagine mo, biglang kang sumakses.
Yes, Alex, success. Kung success, congratulations once again to you. Now, moving on to the NBA. You know, just a day after winning via buzzer beater, the Los Angeles Lakers get a taste of their own medicine, but this one stings a bit more. Check out what happened in the endgame. The Lakers against the Chicago Bulls. Take a look at this. Doncic off to Austin Reeves. Under 5 seconds to go. It gets a layup in. Puts LA up 117-116. Look what happens next. Giddey back to him. And for the win at the half-court line, Josh, oh my Josh, for the win. He gets Giddey, and Chicago win the city. Happy. Final score 119-117 in favor off the Chicago Bulls. Chicago had been down 115-110 in the final 12 seconds, as you saw right there. And then it was just unbelievable what happened. The Australian playmaker did it all for Chi-Town, posting 25 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 swipes. Reeves top scored for the Lake Show with 30 markers in a losing effort. The surging Bulls have won 8 of their last 10 games, including 2 against the Purple and Gold. They're currently 9th in the East with 33 wins and 40 losses. The Lakers are still tied with the Memphis Grizzlies, good enough for 4th place in the West, having 44 victories and 29 defeats. Here's Giddy, really giddy, after nailing his unreal game winner.
Yeah, I mean, let it fly with confidence. I missed 2 in a row before that, but let that third one go with confidence, and nothing but net. Way to come back. Big win against a good team in front of a packed crowd, so these guys are unbelievable tonight.
I have to ask, have you ever made a half-court game winner before?
I never made a game winner before. I made a couple layups to put us up with a couple seconds left, but a walk-off like that from half court I've never done before, so I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but I'll take this one tonight.
What is it about this team that allows you guys to believe you can win games down so big late?
We got a resilient group. I mean, we got a resilient team. We're down big in that fourth. It would have been easy for us to throw the towel in, but stuck strong, came back together, got stops defensively, and got a big win.
You also had that big steal that led to that Kobe 3. Take us through that possession.
Yeah, I mean, we had to get a stop. I mean, we were going to go for a steal, then foul. You know, we were down, and you know, Kobe made some huge shots tonight, so credit to him. I just got him the ball, and he did the rest.
Last one. How many times are you going to watch that replay?
Oh, I'm going to watch it all night tonight. Great win, but it was better. The win was better than anything. We needed this one in front of a packed crowd tonight, so I'm happy with it.
Now, before today's match, the Lakers made some roster moves, including converting hustle guard Jordan Goodwin to a standard 2-year contract. Before permanently making the roster, the 6'5" guard was on a 2-way contract since early February. He has played in 19 games and started in 5 of those. Goodwin put up 6 points on 47% shooting and 41% from 3, while adding close to 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and a steal per game. Goodwin previously played for the Memphis Grizzlies, Phoenix Suns, and Washington Wizards. To make way for Goodwin, the Lakers waived forward Cam Reddish. He appeared in 33 games this season, but was mostly glued to the bench in the past couple of months. He averaged 3 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal in 18 minutes per game this year.
Meanwhile, the Oklahoma City Thunder now have their best regular season campaign in team history. They beat the Grizzlies 125-104 to claim their franchise record 61st win. Of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was at the center of it all, dropping a game-high 37 points. J-Dub, Jalen Williams, came back from a 7-game absence due to a hip injury. He added 20 markers. Jaren Jackson Jr. tried to carry the load for the Grizz with 27 markers in a losing cause. His teammate Ja Morant has now missed 6 games with a strained hamstring. The Thunder have now won 8 games in a row. They're 61-12 for the season. And as mentioned earlier, the Grizz are tied with the Lakers with a 44-29 win-loss slate. Here's SGA sharing his thoughts on Oklahoma City's newest team record.
It's cool, but it doesn't mean much. Like, my ultimate goal, our team's ultimate goal is not to set franchise record in wins. It's to hoist the trophy at the end of the season, and that's what we're after. So, like, it's cool, but it doesn't fill our cup. We still have more to do. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing that we didn't already know, though. We know we're a good basketball team, and we've done a really good job of staying the course this year, and we look up and we're getting things done because we take it day by day, and that's just what that is, what a testament is.
When we return, the Indiana Pacers bounce back from a sorry loss in record-breaking fashion. Find out how they picked apart the Washington Wizards when play-by-play returns only here on One News. And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play on One News. 24 hours after getting their hearts broken by a LeBron James game winner, the Indiana Pacers bounced back in a big way. Indy blew out the Washington Wizards 162-109. Yes, 162-109. The Pacers just did score 162 points. Sheesh, this game was so lopsided that the Pacers started taking shot clock violations with well over a minute left. This is the most points Indiana has scored in franchise history, eclipsing the previous mark of 157, which was set just last season. Indy torched its opponent from deep, making 27 threes on a 57% shooting clip. They also had an eye-popping total of 49 assists on 59 made field goals. Abo, Tyrese Halliburton standing out here for the Pacers, scoring a team-high 29 points. Wizards rookie Alex Sarr led his team with 22 markers in a losing effort. Indiana keeps the fourth spot in the East with 43 wins and 30 losses. Washington, meanwhile, stays at the bottom of the conference with 16 victories and 57 setbacks. After the game, Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle broke down his team's excellent performance.
The last night was rough. Was rough on everybody. And today we had a short meeting to turn the page and concentrate on these guys. Second night of back-to-backs, you never know what's going to happen exactly. But our ball movement was really good. Tyrese got us going with the threes. And, you know, Lloyd showed a film this afternoon about spacing and the importance of being spaced properly, and that when we do that, we're very, very difficult to guard. And those things triggered us, and the ball was going in. And it's obviously fun to watch when you're coaching the team making all the shots, but there was a spirit of unselfishness, which is really what Indiana's about. When you're playing in Indiana, you know, like they say, in 49 states, it's just basketball, you know, but this is Indiana, and there's an expectation to play a certain way and to have a certain standard. And one thing I was proud of tonight was that, you know, the first half we got loose defensively. Gave up 61, I think, whatever it was. Second half, we talked to our team about maintaining a standard, and then we gave up 27 and then 21. And, you know, I understand it's a blowout and stuff like that, but guys maintained concentration, which was good.
A virtual duel between Tyler Hero and Trae Young, the Miami Heat play host to the Atlanta Hawks. ATL drew first blood, coming up with a 10-point lead at the end of the opening period. But Miami responded by dominating the next two quarters, 71-48. The Heat then held on to secure the dub, 122-112. Hero sparked the South Beach surge, finishing with a game-high 36 points. Young had 29 markers and 12 assists in a losing effort. But Trae did achieve a milestone, becoming the youngest NBA player to reach 12,000 points and 4,500 assists at age 26. The Heat have won 3 in a row, improving to 32 victories and 41 defeats as a 10th seed in the East. The Hawks are still 7th with a 35-38 record. Their latest setback also allowed the New York Knicks to clinch at least a top 6 finish in the conference. After the match, Hero spoke about his team's winning approach.
Started on defense. You know, we were flying around making plays for each other defensively. We were able to get some stops, make it turn it into offense, get some things in transition, got some easy buckets, and then we ended up with the win.
You know, you guys went on a 31-3 run between the second quarter and the third quarter, but for you offensively, 36 points on 72% shooting on a night where a Defensive Player of the Year candidate was following you around for most of the night. What did you and your teammates do that allowed you to be so effective and efficient on the offensive end?
Just taking what the defense gives us, you know, trying to be aggressive, you know, make plays for each other, and then, you know, take our open shots. I thought we did that for most of the game. We were able to get good looks and got the win.
This is your first 3-game win streak since early January. So now you guys head out on the road for 3 games here. What do you have to do to keep the momentum going for this team to keep this win streak moving?
We just got to keep it rolling, man. Just keep getting better every single day. Just keep stacking good days and try to get more wins. That's what it's all about.
4 more NBA matchups to complete the day. Let's do a quick rundown of the scores. A balanced attack helps the Dallas Mavericks get a 101-92 win over the Orlando Magic. Meanwhile, Donovan Mitchell has a career-high 14 assists in the Cleveland Cavaliers' 124-116 win over the San Antonio Spurs. Alperen Sengun's double-double lifts the Houston Rockets past the Utah Jazz 121-110. And lastly, Domantas Sabonis' near 2020 game powers the Sacramento Kings past the Portland Trailblazers 128-107.
Now, bad news for the Golden State Warriors. They will be without Gary Payton II indefinitely due to a thumb injury. The Dubs announced that GP2 has a partial ligament tear in his left thumb. He hurt his hand during the Warriors' 112-86 loss to the Miami Heat on Wednesday. With this, Payton won't play tomorrow against the New Orleans Pelicans and will be reevaluated in 1 week. The 32-year-old had averaged 6.6 points, 3 rebounds, and 1.3 assists in 15 minutes a game this season, although he has upped his output to 12 points over his last 7 games.
Oh, you already did see some highlights in the PBA. Yes, from the NBA, let's go to the PBA. Here at home, it's winner-take-all. Game 7 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals between the TNT Tropang Giga and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel currently underway. In the opening moments, TNT, there it is, had its way. Ronde Hollis Jefferson, take a look at him, just carrying the load, quickly scoring 4 points to force an early timeout by Coach Tim Cohn and Ginebra. The Tropang Giga stood their ground on the defensive end as well to hold on to a 20-16 lead after the first 12 minutes. In the second period, though, Ginebra unleashed a furious rally to go ahead by 1 point near the 5-minute mark. Still, TNT was able to respond with big plays of their own, of course, led by guess who? That man, RHJ, who had 14 points in the first 2 quarters. At the half, the score was 40-35 in favor of the TNT Tropang Giga.
In volleyball, big matches are set this weekend in the semifinals of the PVL All-Filipino Conference and Spikers Turf Open Conference. A pair of PVL games will take place at the Inara Center in Antipolo tomorrow. At 4 p.m., it will be the Acari Chargers taking on the Chocomucho Flying Titans to open the round-robin semifinals. The Flying Titans may have an edge since they won their preliminary round match over the Chargers in 4 sets. For the main event at 6:30 p.m., the Creamline Cool Smashers battle the Petrogas Angels. Both teams enter the playoffs with just 1 defeat. But the Angels will be looking for payback since their only loss came at the hands of the Cool Smashers. Come Sunday, it will be the final game day for the Spikers Turf semis at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila. But with the finals matchup already set, teams will be battling for momentum instead. At 4 p.m., it's a preview of the battle for third with the Savoj Spin Doctors facing the VNS Lady Crete Griffins. Then at 6:30 p.m., it's an early look at the finals between the Criss Cross King Crunchers and Signal HD Spikers. You can catch the games live on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and on the Pilipinas Live app. Coming up, a legendary career, a historic honor. The Los Angeles Sparks are set to immortalize Candace Parker's legacy by hanging her number 3 jersey in the rafters in June. Check out the details when Play-by-Play returns. watching play-by-play on One News. Welcome back. A thrilling weekend of volleyball as the UAAP serves up non-stop action at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. On Saturday, men's volleyball begins at 9 a.m. at the DLSU Green Spikers to face the UST Golden Spikers. Then at 11 a.m., the Ateneo Blue Eagles take on the Adamson Soaring Falcons. In the women's division, action starts at 1 p.m. with Ateneo Lady Eagles clashing with the Adamson Falcons. And to cap off the day, it's a blockbuster showdown between rival schools, the DLSU Lady Spikers and the UST Golden Tigresses at 5 p.m. Moving on to Sunday, the UE Red Warriors and UP Fighting Maroons open the day at 9 a.m. in men's play. Then at 11 a.m., it's a highly anticipated matchup between the NU Bulldogs and the unbeaten FEU Tamaraws. For the women's games, the UE Lady Warriors take on the surging UP Lady Maroons at 1 p.m. And to close out the weekend, it's the defending champions, the NU Lady Bulldogs, looking to bounce back against the FEU Lady Tamaraws at 3 p.m. Catch all the games live on the UAAP Varsity channel.
Happy Friday. It is almost the weekend, but first, let's go and take a look at some highlights from the PBA and the NBA. Simulan natin sa PBA. Game 7. Two most important words. Look at that block by Jamie Malonzo. Inapiran pa ni Reynang Batak. We all know Reynang Batak. He's on the break. He's very slippery. He's very slick. He's called the Stingray, but great timing by Jamie. And look at that athleticism, a la spike in a volleyball. Tara flex there. Jamie with a block early in the first quarter. Ginebra and TNT still battling it out for glory in a do or die. As I said, two most important words in sports, Game 7. And it's happening where else but the historic Mecca here in the Philippines, the Big Dome Smart Araneta Coliseum. It's now the third quarter in this heated matchup between two powerhouse teams. Close fight pa rin ang laban dito. Lamang kaninang TNT 5 points at the half. From the PBA, talon tayo sa NBA, Spurs Cavs. Donovan, look at that crossover and look at that clear. Just crossing over Blake Wesley. Si Sohan tried to help, fake help defense. But look at that. That runway was clear. No Wembanyama. I'm sure the Spurs missing Wemby in the middle now on defense, especially because Donovan Mitchell just picking things apart here with that interior defense of San Antonio. Spida had 25 points, 8 rebounds, career high, by the way, 14 assists. Cavs dismantle the Spurs 124-116 in Cleveland. Okay, we save the best for last. Main event. Oh my, Josh Giddey. First, Austin Reeves lays it in against Taylor Horton-Tucker. Okay, 117-116. And then he gets it back to Patrick Williams. And then here's Giddey. Half court for the win. Bang, bang, bang. And look at the whole Chicago Bulls. Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic and company. Oh, Windy City. And look at who's defending LeBron James. After that tip and just a day ago for the win, Josh Giddey answers with a game winner off his own. From half court, Chicago fans, look at that. Great scene there. The Aussie playmaker winning it all for the Bulls, 119-117. Giddey finished with a triple-double, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists for Josh Giddey. What a highlight. Definitely one of his career highlights for sure. Denise.
And before we go, a legendary career deserves a legendary honor. The Los Angeles Sparks have announced that they will retire Candace Parker's iconic number 3 jersey on June 29. The ceremony will take place at halftime of the Sparks' home game against the Chicago Sky, a fitting tribute as Parker also spent time playing for her hometown team. During her 13 seasons with LA, Parker left a lasting impact on the franchise and the WNBA. She became the first player in league history to win both Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season. She later added another MVP award, a Finals MVP, and led the Sparks to a championship in 2016. By the time she moved to Chicago in 2021, Parker had solidified her legacy as LA's all-time assist leader. Now, she joins Lisa Leslie and Penny Toller as just the third player in Sparks history to have her number hang from the rafters.
ace. That's what they call her, Candace Parker. What a legendary career. Meanwhile, we want to say congratulations once again to Alex Eala.
Of
Grabe,
course,
no?
grabe.
The fever is on. Nagpahinga. No, I was actually messaging with her team, her father, Mike. Riza, congratulations kay Ma'am Riza, her mother, and her brother, Miko. And her agent, Carter. Nagpapahinga si Alex ngayon. Well-deserved break for her.
Well-deserved.
But we'll try to get her for the weekend. Kahit mag-zoom lang kami sandali.
Yeah,
Kasi,
and you know what? I think this is a perfect opportunity for all of us Filipinos to finally get into the sport more.
Yes, diba?
Not just playing it, but following it
yes,
as well.
exactly. So congratulations, Alex. What a happy weekend again before we head on to the weekend. Ang dami nangyayari. Sabi mo, pack weekend, UAAP, PBA, Game 7.
Yes, abangan pa natin.
Oo. Ngayon, dikitan ng laban na I believe TNT is up. Kanina nanonood ako sa Pilipinas Live. Nakikimonitor
you never know what's gonna happen because, I mean, look at what happened back in Game 6. We all thought Ginebra had control of that first half, and then TNT went on a run, and then wala na, yun na yun.
That was a great win for TNT. Poy Eram saving the ball
10 points
from RHJ. Yes.
in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter,
if I'm not
correct.
mistaken.
Correct. Yes, yes. So once again, happy weekend. Just stay tuned to One News for all the details. Anything sports, of course. We'll see you again on Monday. But that's it for us tonight, the whole week, 8:30 p.m. Thanks again, Denise.
Thank you.
Thank you
My
for a
pleasure.
play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
Andre Felix.
I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Liton-Calao. Thank you for watching. Happy weekend.